Good morning, 大家好. I'm really happy to be here today. And I'm happy to see a lot of familiar faces after COVID. I haven't seen a lot of people for a long time. Thanks for inviting me. Really, really happy to be here today. I'm here with my colleague, Esther Wang. And we're going to share this presentation. Let's try to make it a little bit more interactive. I'm going to give you a quick introduction about our program, and then I will speak in English, and then she will introduce two specific examples, two specific cases of what we do at York. Does it sound good? Okay, so I do have my slides here. Thank you. Technology never works when it has to work. Oh yeah, okay, we're good. Let's start with York University. As we said, we're here from York University. We are working a special unit within York called Asian Business and Management Program, which we also called ABMP. So I'm pretty sure that everybody is familiar with York University here in Canada. You all know that it's the third biggest university in Canada. It's innovative for its teaching methodologies. But what I want to focus your attention on is the amount of international students we have at York. We have more than 10,000 students from, Go back to the previous one? Yes, okay. We have more than 10,000 students from more than 172 different countries. And guess which one is one of the biggest international community at York? No, it's not Chinese. Chinese number 2. The first one is Indian. Yeah, that's okay. Okay, thank you. So we have a big population. We are really a lot of international students. So I always say that if you want to take a trip around the world, just come to York University. So the fact that we have such a huge group of international students might remind you that we have a strong focus at York on international education. We talked before about cross-cultural education, about global education, and then that's why I'm going to sorry. Okay, here. That's why we're talking about ABMP, which is a perfect example of global cross-cultural education. Let's start from me, for example. I think you figure out by now that I'm not Canadian. I was born and raised in Italy, but I lived in China for more than 6 years. I worked in the United States. I work in UK. I'm right now a Canadian citizen. I'm an example of what it means to be a global citizen, a global educator. And that's where in my entire team, we are all like that. We are all individuals who have studied, lived, worked in so many different continents, so many different countries. So whatever we do, every single kind of programs we organize, we always think about how we can downgrade the barriers between different countries, how we can create a platform to exchange ideas, to stimulate new ideas, to really create a more global world. So let me tell you a quick story about what we did before COVID. Before COVID, long time ago, in 2000, we received a phone call out of the blue from Fred Bill, who was the previous ambassador to China, and we were asked to organize a meeting, a training program for Chinese officials here in Canada on leadership and management. Then we started to do that, and then we started to receive more delegation. We started to create really these connections between Chinese and Canadian experts, where they could meet, exchange, stimulate new ideas. Really, we were trying to develop more global citizens. So what happened along the year? obviously we evolved, right? Education evolved, the world evolved, and then in 2003, we were recognized by the China State Administration of Foreign Expert Affairs, in Chinese, Huajianju, as one of the best university training provider for officials in Canada, and the third in the world. That's a huge, huge recognition. We trained individuals from 15 different Chinese provinces, and we trained more than 3,000 government officials. What was the topic about? Leadership, management. We started from leadership, management. It started to become more sophisticated along the year. And then we touched topics such as finance, science and technology, transportation, blueberry production, agriculture, so many different areas. And we were so proud of all of these because we were really trying to create better connections between Canada and China. Because as you know, if you don't know another country, you just have prejudices, but only when you meet, you exchange, you visit, you observe, you start to change your mindset and create better connections between different cultures. Then COVID hit, and we were forced to change. The entire world changed. We faced geopolitical issues. We face COVID issues. And then what we learned is that what is important is to innovate because everybody changed. And that's when we started to be focused on different aspects of education. We are still in the non-degree aspect. But what we are doing now, as you can see from these quick slides, what we do is that we're still training several government officials only online, and we use Zoom, as the previous speaker said. But we also have several programs for educators, K-12 educators, but also higher education educators. And then, most importantly, recently we developed several programs for students. Students who identify as Asian, living in their home country, or living here. So I mean like international students who moved here recently, or Chinese students or Asian students who are still located in their home countries. And then the other part of the business is that we also help newcomers from different Asian countries who are moving into Canada and try to help them to get more familiar with the Canadian system and be successful into the Canadian system. So this is really a quick slide of all the things that we do. What I want to bring the attention on is that after COVID, really the education system changed a lot. We had to follow what the students are looking for, and then our programs are delivered online. When I say online, I don't mean asynchronous, but all live. But we also do part of the program face-to-face. But in both situations, our biggest objective, our biggest purpose is really create a platform where people can feel safe, comfortable, can learn, can become more global citizens, can really create a better cross-cultural education. So my colleague is here to introduce a couple of different programs that were focused recently.
Oh, I'm not going. Yeah. 好的，那么接下来我简单一点、快一点啊，介绍一下，跟大家分享一下我们2个比较最近正在做的，也是典型的我们如何帮助来自亚洲社群的这些学生也好，或者是新移民也好啊。那么第一个项目呢，就是我这里写的叫 Career Fit Professional Experience Program。这个项目呢，针对的人群呢是来自亚洲的这个学生，他是可以是大学生，就是本科生，或者是 college student 啊。那这个项目我们还有一个 version 是专门针对高中生的啊。那么我们在工作的过程中呢，在大学工作的过程中呢，经常会发现我们的有些学生完成了一门课程，或者完成了一个学期的课程，但他实际上并不太清楚，说我这些东西我怎么用，哎，在行业中也好，在实际的应用中也好，我怎么去用这个东西啊？就是在理论和它在实际应用之间，它有一个 gap。就是这是一点。第二点呢，我们发现我们的同学呢，这个学生呢，在这个面试的时候，你不管是 internship、co-op 或者是find 这个 full-time job 做面试的时候啊，他对于一些行业内的问题、一些专业性的问题呢，他很疑惑，不知道怎么去回答，或者是没有信心去回答这个问题。哎，那么针对这种情况呢，我们就开发了一个，我们联合世界500强企业，很多世界500强企业开发了一个我们叫 Career Fit， 叫 Professional Experience Program。那么这个500强企业的导师，500强企业呢，他们会跟我们联合，他们有一位导师带一个项目，他们或者是现在正在做的，或者是已经完成的一个项目，近期完成的一个项目啊。那么带着学生6到8周。完成一下这个项目，但它很多 confidentiality 的这个 information 都会这个抹去的啊。但主要的目的呢是让同学们知道说，现在我所感兴趣的这个行业都在发生什么，大家都在关心什么，哎，都在做一些什么事情。啊，那么这样的同学呢，做完了以后，他基本上对他感兴趣的行业有一个比较深入的了解。那么他不了解的地方，也会通过这么6到8周的时间呢，跟导师有个非常深入的一个交流。啊，同时呢，他毕业了结束了以后呢，会得到一个导师和我们学校的这么一个证书，哎，证明他在这个行业里呢做了一定的努力，哎，同时很重要的一点，他在面试的时候他会很自信，因为他知道有很具体的实际的东西他可以去谈，去跟招聘公司去谈，啊，这个项目呢，在过去的2年，我们已经培养了超过1300多名的这个学生了。哎，反馈效果都非常的好啊！如果大家这里有感兴趣的这个合作方，愿意一块跟我们合作，或者是有一些资助方愿意跟我们一块合作的话，都很好。哎，这个项目呢，我们也曾得到 RBC 的这个资助啊，特别是有一些来自除了中国以外，来自其他亚裔群体的学生呢，他们的经济情况并不是很好，就是哎，如果我们有一些资助的话，当然是很好的，能够给他们提供服务啊。这是我们的我给大家分享的第1个项目啊。第2个项目呢，我叫这个 Connecting Newcomers with Jobs in Ontario's Manufacturing Sector。哎，这是我们最近这一段时间呢一直在致力做的啊。现在呢，这个咱们的新移民就是。当然，我说这个 newcomer， 我们还是很大一部分是帮助来自亚裔的群体，当然中国是一大部分，中国是一个我们目标的一个群体，但目前呢，就是主要是其他族裔的亚裔的群体是比较多的啊。他们呢，作为新移民来到加拿大以后，不了解当地的情况。找工作觉得很难，就是种种方面都觉得非常的这个没有自信，包括他的英文，有的英文不太好，有的英文甚至不错的，也是不是很有自信，就是那么在安省我们这边有很多的这个行业，大家也知道，我们整体的这个失业率实际上是非常的不错的，就是非常的低的啊，现在大概5%，5点几啊，失业率是非常的低的。有很多的行业，包括你像 manufacturing 这个hospitality。就是这些有些行业是非常的缺人的啊。那么我们能做的呢，就是帮助政府把新移民去通过一系列的培训，能够导向到安省所缺劳动力的这些行业。特别是呢，我们有一些新移民，他来了以后，他已经是专业人员，他只是不知道怎么接入安省或者加拿大的这个专业的这个行业里面去，他需要有一个 bridge。那么这个项目呢，就是我们做的 bridge， 我们做的2层的这个项目。第1层的项目呢，就是把有新移民中有兴趣去加拿大或者安省比较缺人的这个行业的，他们有兴趣进入这个行业的，我通过我们的培训以后呢，他们可以去申请一些 entry level 的 job。那么第2层呢，我们就把在这些行业里面本身在他自己的母国就是专业人员的。 那么我通过我们的培训呢，帮他接入一个当地的，譬如加拿大或者安省的一个资格的这个我们叫这个accreditation 的这个 certificate program 啊。那么他们有这样一个资格证了以后呢，就可以不仅仅是进入这个行业作为一个专业人员，甚至可以去进一步去申请他这个 management position。就是这个呢，这样通过这样2个项目呢，我们就希望能够通过，也是我们的尽力在做的，能帮助安省的某一些这个行业领域跟这个我们的新移民有一个很好的对接，帮助这些新移民啊。那么这个项目呢，目前我们做下来的呢，在过去的2年已经培养了300多位这个新移民了啊。但是很遗憾，在我们整个项目中，我没有看到一个中国人。在我们在做这个项目的时候呢，我们实际上是跟亚裔的为新移民服务的非营利机构共同去申请政府的funding，政府的资助，然后一块儿来做这个项目的。而且也很遗憾呢，到目前为止，我们还没有跟任何一个中国的这样一个服务中国我不说中国啊，服务于新移民的华人的非营利机构，我们还没有跟他们合作过，没有找到这样的机构能合作过啊。如果大家在这一块有资源，也有兴趣，也愿意去帮助新移民来更好的在我们这个安省或者加拿大这样的社会中去发展的话，那么可以跟我们联系。我们说不定可以一块努力去申请一些政府的funding，更好的帮助一些华人的社群。那么我今天就主要是分享这2个项目，谢谢大家。